Welcome back to the Tennessee Frugal Craftsman. It's been a while. It's been over a week now since I've posted. It's not that I haven't been doing anything, it's just that I haven't been doing a lot. And so I'll let you know what we're doing here and what I've been doing to try to at least keep some progress going on the property. It's we pretty much now, what is the 25th of May already. So I've pretty much lost this month. It's going to be a wash, but we've done a few things, and so I'll show you what we've got done. I've only got this big butt cut here left to mill. The kids come out here one day with me and gave me a hand, and we actually milled. There was two smaller logs here, so we got those done and put them over, milled them on, put them into boards and put them up there on the pile. So we got that done. Mill's still holding well. Some of the other things that we have been doing, I'll just come around here. Of course, as I've noted in a previous video, a bunch of my friends came over and restacked this. We started doing some brick, cleaning the brick. We put probably close to 100 or so over here before I stopped stacking them, because that's really where I want the final stack to be, because I've still got to wash those bricks, and so instead of restacking them, I stopped. That's where I'm going to pile them at the end, so I'll show you what I'm doing at the moment. Today I come out and got this base leveled up, just kind of tinkered around, got the two pallets here pretty much leveled up and solidified, so I can move a stack of or get my friends or my kids to come over, and I'm going to move a stack of oak. That oak lumber over here needs to be done. That was never meant to be the final destination of that, so we got to get that out of the way. And so I'm going to get that moved over hopefully by the end of the week. By Saturday, if the rain holds, try to get it over on those pallets. Now, what we've actually been doing, these are the bricks that we have been cleaning. So we stopped stacking them over in that other section that I was pointing over there. And what I'm doing is I'm stacking them here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5 stacks. There's about 60 per row. So we're coming up on 300 bricks right there. So we've got close to probably 450, almost 500 bricks already cleaned off. Obviously they still need to be dipped in muriatic acid, so that is getting close to a pallet of bricks. Now some of the other things, I'll just kind of show you the setup that we have here, and I've shown you I think a little bit of this before, but what I've been doing, I actually just put the tailgate down here and use that kind of as my base to work off, and the kids, when they're here with me, they set up on this piece of 2x10 there and work on that. But there's the stack of bricks. We're slowly working that stack down. I would say we've probably got a good third or more of it done. It's this whole front side up in here was stacked quite fairly high, so we're probably approaching close to a third or more of the bricks done. So at that rate, we've probably got close to 2 pallets of bricks, so close to 1,000 bricks by the time we're done. And so I'll give you a final tally when we're all done completely, but working away at it, probably going to be another couple weeks, just coming out, tinkering at it for a couple hours, usually when the kids are here. And so that's kind of the plan. Not going to be a long video, but I do appreciate you joining me just for a few minutes at least to let you know that Tennessee Frugal Craftsman is not done yet. I'm still working away at it and trying to keep the property active. It's very interesting how fast the property will start growing up, and I mentioned this before, but now it's been about a month I think since I actually noted this, but I'll just swing around here for a minute. You can see this was actually cleared right down to the brush last year, and it's starting to, the grasses and stuff are starting to grow in, and so I mean I can bush hog this if need be, but you can see that it doesn't take long for bushes and stuff to start growing up. So you leave it for 4 or 5 years, and you can imagine why this place looked the way it did. Even the driveway, I mean, I put down gravel and stuff, and it doesn't take long for bushes and stuff to start growing up through it. Some of the other things that I've been doing kind of to keep on, kind of some type of a schedule and working away as we can afford it, and that is we went ahead, pulled just a basic plumbing permit to pull and put in one fixture, which is kind of like a agricultural hydrant of sorts, so we can hook up and get water. And so the city has been out, and I'll just show you here. You can see here they've marked where the line is, and so we're going to put the meter. It just happens that the line for the water is right on this side of the road, which is good, and so they're going to put the meter right here, and eventually what I'll have to do, this is quite a steep embankment, but we'll have to dig down across, up through, and the house is going to be right where the truck is, or the front end of the truck, front end of the truck is where the water will go in. And so this is a fairly straight line, about 250 feet or so, and we'll get water into the property. But for now, the main thing was getting water so I can start cleaning the bricks. When I get the bricks finished with the mortar off them, then I'll swing to and get some muriatic acid. I've got pails and stuff here, and we'll start dipping and scrubbing them, and then have other pails with water and just rinse them and stack them. And so hopefully we can do a lot of that in a couple days. But in order to do it, you got to have water, and it's ideal to have fresh water. And so that's why I kind of finally bit the bullet and went ahead and booked them to come out and get the water meter in. Now we do have a well on the property, so it's not like we don't have water, but my wife and I kind of discussed what our options were if we went and bought a pump for the well itself. You're going to spend the best part of $500 to $1,000 depending on what type of pump you get, and then you still have to have electricity run it, and if you put in a hand pump, my water here is down about 50 feet from the top of the well. Even though it's about a 200-foot well, you still got to have, with a hand pump, that really gives you no pressure. So all you could get is water, and you could have no pressure to hose anything off. And I did want to have that ability to run a garden hose and whatnot. So that's kind of the plan. We're hoping that within the next week or so that we'll actually have that on the property, that the meter will be in. And so I'll let you know when that happens. That'll be kind of the next major step to actually get water on the property. And so that's kind of all that's been going on. Still doing things, like I said, behind the scenes. Been doing some reworking of the plans. I know I'd mentioned once about wanting to get you kind of up to speed on the type of house we're building, and so made a few adjustments on the plan. When I get those a little more finalized, I'll do probably an episode where we can actually sit down and kind of work through kind of what the plans are going to look like, and maybe you can give me some feedback what you think. But until the next time, I just pray that you have a great day, and as always, I really appreciate you joining with me. And I ask that if you like what you're kind of been following along, I know it's been sporadic based upon my injury, just to give you an update, it's been about 5 weeks now since my surgery. And feeling a lot better. Still have a little bit of numbness in the left leg from a little bit of the nerve damage. It's going to take a while for that to heal, but I can get around, as you can see. I can walk, and for the most part it's not completely debilitating, and I feel stronger. Pretty much every day that I'm out and around, I feel stronger. And so I appreciate you, the comments that you've been making. And ask that if there's any questions you have, go ahead and put them in the comments below, and I will try to respond. Try to respond pretty much everything that that people, you know, ask about, even though sometimes some things, you know, aren't quite appropriate. But anyway, until next time, you have a great day, and thanks again for joining the Tennessee Frugal Craftsman, and like and subscribe.